Hello students, welcome you all. So, in the last class we had discussed about how to draw graph and basic concept of graphs. So, today we are going to discuss exercise 4.3 which is in your book page 74. So, without getting delay, let's start. So, question number 1 is saying draw a graph of each of the following linear equation in two variables. So some linear equation in two variables are there. We have to draw some graphs. Let's start with I. X plus y equal to 4. Okay, so it is a linear equation in two variable, you can see. Okay, so to draw linear equation to draw graphs in linear equation in two variables, we need to find the value of x, y. Okay, x and y. Minimum at least we need at least two values of x and two values of y in order to make a graph. But it is advised to you that you make please make more than 2 points. Okay, at least 3 points you make. Well, let's start. Oh, okay, so let's start with when let x equal to 0. Okay, so we'll put the value of x in the equation x plus y equal to 4. So x plus y equal to 4. Now in place of x we can put value of x that is equal to 0. We have taken let x equal to 0. Now 0 plus y equal to 4, so y equal to 4. So if x equal to 0, y becomes 4. Okay, we have got one value of x and y. Now another, we will find another point. So suppose when x equal to 4, let x equal to 4. So what is the equation? X plus y equal to 4 implies that in place of x we put 4. 4 plus y equal to 4 implies y equal to 4 minus 4 implies y equal to 0. That means we got another value of x and y. First one was when x equal to 0, y equal to 4, and the second one is x equal to 4, y equal to 0. So we got 2 points here. Now here we will make the table x and y. For x equal to 0, y is 4, x equal to 4, y equal to 0. You can make several other points also. Okay, at least you have to make 2 points. That means two value of x and two value of y, and but it is advised that you make another draw another point or find another point. So now we will move into the graph. So you have to draw first thing. You take your graph sheet. In the graph sheet, first work will be to draw your x-axis. Then, sorry, draw your x-axis. Then draw your y-axis. Name the point as 0, 0. Origin. This is called your origin. And here, what you have to see, for x equal to 0. For x equal to 0, y is 4. So we have to find where is x equal to 0. X equal to 0 is this line x-axis. Okay. Now y equal to, you need 4. That means 1, 2, 3, 4. This point will be 0, 4. Similarly, next is 4, 0. Here it is 4, 0. So now x equal to 4 now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. X equal to 4 here, y equal to 0, y equal to 0 is at this line. So 4, 0 is here, this point. Now we got 2 points. Now put your scale, joining these 2 points, make a straight line. Now this is your graph, required graph. Okay. But how to make the points, how to you identify origin, and you have to write 1, 2, 3, 4 like this. Here in the y-axis also you can write 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the things we had discussed in the previous class. Okay. Now this is your graph. So we will discuss another question in this question number 1. Double I, triple I, IV we will discuss. Double I, triple I is the also same. So in question number IV you can see 3 equal to 2x plus y. Okay. Here also we will do the same thing. Okay. We will put the value of x. Okay. It is very common thing that you take x as 0 first. First you take x as 0. Okay. So that you can find another value of y with x equal to 0. Then you can take any value of other value of x. Okay. So let's start. X equal, we will take x equal to 0. The equation is 3 equal to 2x plus y. Now we will write the equation 3 equal to 2x plus y. Now 3 equal to, now 2 into 0. Why? Because we have assumed that x equal to 0. We have taken a value of x as 0. So 2 into 0 plus y now. Okay. Now implies 3 equal to 2 into 0 is 0 plus y. So y equal to 3. Now we got value of x and y, that is when x equal to 0, y equal to 3. So this is one solution of this equation. Now we will move to another solution. Now let us assume x equal to 1. So if x equal to 1, again we will go in the same direction, same way, same procedure. So now again we will write the equation 3 equal to 2x plus y. Now implies 3 equal to 2 into 1, x equal to, have assume 1, plus y, implies 3 equal to 2 into 1 is 2 plus y. Now implies you bring this 2 to LHS. 3 minus 2 equal to y, implies 3 minus 2 is 1, y equal to 1. So you get another point, that is when x equal to, we had assumed 1, 1 and 1. Okay. So when x equal to 1, y is equal to 1. So you got 2 points. Now you can make another 1 point also. Find another 1 point. Now we'll move into the table. So first we will write x. You can see x. When x equal to 0, y is 3. When x equal to 1, y equal to 1. Now we will move into the graph. Same story. Here also you make x-axis. Okay, x-axis. Then your y-axis. Sorry. Okay, y-axis. Now our point are 0, 1 and 3, 1. Okay. So x is, when x is 0, y is 1. X is 0. Okay. 1 second. So graph is a little. So we have downloaded the graph. This graph is little wrong. So here we'll correct it. So when x is 1, we'll move into the figure. When x equal to 0, y equal to 1, x equal to 0, y equal to 3. Sorry, it's wrong. When x equal to 0, y equal to 3. When x equal to 1, y equal to 1. Okay. So now we have to find 0, 3 point and 0, 1 point. So here again, draw x-axis, draw y-axis. Now distribute the point. This is 0, 0, this is 0, 1, 2, 3 like this, and this is 0, 1, 2, 3 like this. Okay. So first we have to find 0, 3 point. So 0, x is 0 here, this is 0, y, 1, 2, 3. So this point will be 0, 3. Now again, another point was 1, 1. When x equal to 1, y will also be equal to 1. That is 1, 1. So we are getting the point from our table. Okay. So now join, put your scale and join these two lines. Okay. Now We'll move to question number 2. Let's see what is question number 2 is saying. Give the equation of two lines passing through 213. How many two such lines are there and why? Okay, very nice question. So give two examples of two lines passing through 2 plus 214. That means the point is 2. Sorry, point is 214. Okay, that means x equal to 2 and y equal to 14. How many such lines are there and why? Okay, 214 is a point now. X equal to 2, so y equal to 14 is here. This is 214. So the question is, how many such lines are there and why? How many such lines are there, do you think? I can draw a line like this. I can draw a line like this through this point. I can draw another line through this point. Okay, so through this point 214, several lines, uncountable lines, infinitely many number of lines can be drawn. Okay, so several lines can be drawn through this point. Why? Because through a point several lines can be drawn. Okay, now uh, give the equation of two lines passing. Give two equations. Okay, so we'll start giving two equations now. So we know the point 214. So x equal to 2 and y equal to 14. We have to satisfy any equation we will write. The equation must satisfy x equal to 2 and y equal to 14. Okay. So first equation, let the equation be 7x plus y. Yes, sorry, 7x equal to y. So we take the equation as 7x equal to y. So the equation will be like this: 7x minus y equal to 0. Now let's see whether our point, that is 214, is satisfying or not. So let not when x equal to 2, y must be equal to 14. Otherwise this equation will not satisfy our solution 214. Okay, so let's see whether it is satisfying or not. Implies x x equal to 2. Now 7 into 2 minus 14 equal to 0 implies 7 into 2 is what? 14 minus 14 equal to 0 implies 14 minus 14 equal to 0. So LHS equal to RHS, so that we can our equation is satisfying. Okay. So this is your first equation. Okay, in another equation is there, but I will like to say this equation in a different way. So let's say x plus y equal to, we know that how much it should be. If x equal to 2, y equal to 14, then 14 plus 2 will be 16. Can it be an equation? Let's see. Yes. Let's check. X, we can put the value of x, but 2 plus 14 equal to 16. So this is another equation. It is just a rather simpler equation. Okay, you can make several equations like this. Okay, well, so already I have told that in this graph, if you plot the graph for this, suppose this point is 2, 14. I have already told us through this point, as you have already discussed, two equations we have already found. So for this point there are two equations and we can find many such equations. Okay, therefore many such lines can be drawn from this through this point. Okay. Okay, now we will move to another question. Question number 3. If the point 3, 4 lies on graph of equation 3y equal to ax plus 7, find the value of a. Okay, very easy. So let's start. So here it is given the point 3, 4. that means x equal to 3, y equal to 4 is lying on the graph of equation 3y equal to ax plus 7. So the equation, let's write the equation 3y equal to ax plus 7. Now we know the value of ax and y. So now implies 3 into y is here 7, sorry 4. So 3 into 4 equal to a into x is given that 3. So 3 plus 7 implies 3 into 4 is equal to a into 3 plus 7 implies you transpose this 7 to LHS. So 12 minus 7 equal to a3 or a into 3 implies 12 minus 7 is 5 equal to a into 3 implies 5 divided by 3 equal to a. That means we transpose the 3 to LHS. So now we got value of a as 5 by 3. Okay. So in this way, here also I have done this in the same way, that is a equal to 5 by 3. Well, now we will move to another question. Question number 4. What is question number 4? Let's see. Question number 4. Okay. The taxi fare in a city is as follows. Okay. So in the cities, the transport, for transport we normally use taxis. Okay. In this there's some Ola and Uber like this. Uber suppose or Uber. Okay, you check it. So Ola and Uber like other and all other taxi services and personal taxi services are there in the city. So in a city, taxi, there are some rules for taxi fare. So what are the rules? For the first kilometer, the fare is ₹8. ओके, तो फर्स्ट किलोमीटर तुमको जहां भी जाना पड़ेगा, जहां भी जाओ तो फर्स्ट पहला किलोमीटर के लिए तुमको ₹8 देना पड़ेगा, ठीक है ना, ₹8. So you have to pay ₹8 for the first kilometer, okay, and for the subsequent distance ₹5 per kilometer. Okay, so if you are going 2 kilometers, that means for first kilometer you have to pay ₹8, and for the next kilometer you have to pay ₹5. If you go another 1 kilometer, then you have to pay another 5, like this. Okay, so taking the distance covered as x kilometer. So how much kilometer you are moving? You are moving x kilometer. Okay, that's good. And total fare as y. So total fare is, total money you have spent is equal to y. Now write a linear equation for this information and draw the graph. So we have to first write the linear equation. So total distance covered is x, total fare is y. Fare for the first kilometer is ₹8 per kilometer. Okay, fare for the first, okay, fare after the first kilometer, first 1 kilometer, तो first kilometer के लिए fare is ₹8. After the first kilometer, that means for the second kilometer, fare is ₹5. For the third, another 5. For the fifth, another 5. Okay, now like this. So if x is the total distance, so total distance is given. Total distance covered is x kilometer. Nah. Then the total distance after 1 kilometer. So first kilometer, for the first kilometer you have to pay what? ₹8. Nah. So then the distance after 1 kilometer. So total distance is x. Distance after 1 kilometer will be x minus 1. You can write the distance after 1 kilometer is x minus 1 kilometer. Now the fare after 1 kilometer, if the distance after 1 kilometer is x minus 1, fare after 1 kilometer will be 5 into x minus 1, isn't it? Okay. Now we will calculate the total fare. So total fare will be equal to fare for the first kilometer plus fare after first kilometer. So fare for the first kilometer is ₹8 and fare after 5 kilometer is x minus 1 into x minus 1 into 5. Okay na, and this is the total square is equal to y. So y equal to 8 plus x minus 1 into 5. This is what we have written, y equal to 8 into 5, sorry, 8 plus 5 into x minus 1. Okay na, that means 8 for the first kilometer, 5 for the subsequent kilometers, that is x minus 1. Okay, now one second, now we'll simplify this equation. Y equal to 8 plus, we'll multiply it, 5x minus 5. Now y equal to 5x plus 3. Okay na? So this is your equation now, y equal to 5x plus 3. Now we have to find the points, that is x coordinate and y coordinate for this equation. Okay, so let's solve this, find the points now. Let x equal to 0. If x equal to 0, now we have to put the value of x in this equation. Now let x equal to 0, y equal to 5x plus 3 is the equation. Now y equal to 5 into 0, value of x is 0, plus 3, 5 into 0 is 0, plus 3, so y equal to 3. That means for x equal to 0, y equal to 3. One point we get, that is 0, 3. Another point, now again we will take say y equal to 0 in the same equation. Equation is y equal to 5x plus 3. This was our equation. Now we have assumed that y equal to 0 implies that 0 equal to 5x plus 3 implies 0 equal to okay, sorry, okay, 5x plus 3. Now we'll write here implies, now transpose this to LHS. So minus 3 equal to 5x implies, now 5 you transpose 5 to LHS, minus 3 by 5 equal to x. So you got another point of x when y equal to 0. Now this point is minus 3 by 5, minus 3 by 5 and 0. So you got 2 points, 2 coordinates, x coordinate and y coordinates, that is 0, 3 and minus 3 by 5, 0. Okay, now you plot a graph with these points. One second, we will erase all this. Erase. Okay. Okay, so try to draw the graph. Yes, the point 3.5. It may have some problem by drawing for drawing this, getting this point minus 3 by 5. There is no issue. Minus 3 by 5 को you convert it into minus 1.5, suppose minus 0.6. Yes, minus 0.6. You divide it. 3 divided by 5 na. 3 by 5 is there. That means 3 6 5 6 the 30. That means 0.6. Okay, and it is minus, it will be minus. So minus 0.6. So you can find the minus 0.6 na. Minus 0.6 is suppose minus 0.6 x na. So this is 0.1. Minus 0.6 will be, here will be this middle point will be minus 0.5. This point, okay, here it will be minus 0.6, this point. Okay, in this way identify it. Now you try to draw this graph. If it is not you could not do it, I will solve it and send you in the group. Now we'll move to question number 5. Question number 5, long exercise it is. Now we'll completely we'll close it very, we'll try to do it quick. From the choices given below, choose the equation whose graphs are given in the figure 4.7. Okay, so there are two questions. We'll try to do the first one. Now, from the choices given below, there are some choices. Choose the equation whose graphs are the given in figure 4.6. So this is your figure 4.6. There are some points. You can see this 1 point, 2 point, 3 points are there. Coordinates are also given. So you have to check whether these equations are satisfying this graph or not. So let's start with the first one. Y equal to x. Y equal to x. So let's take the first point, that is minus 1 minus 1. So let y equal to minus 1 is 1, x equal to minus 1, y equal to 1. So y equal to 1 means we will put the value of y at 1 equal to minus 1. Is it satisfying? It's not satisfying. That means this equation is not satisfying this graph. Okay. Then sorry. Then we will move to the second one. X plus y equal to 1. X plus y equal to 1. Okay. Let's take the first. Let x equal to minus 1, y equal to 1. That means we are taking this one. Let x equal to minus 1, y equal to 1. So we'll put the value of x and y here in this equation. So minus 1 plus y is 1. 1 equal to 0. But here the equation is saying x plus 1 must be equal to 0. Oh, sorry. The equation is different. Sorry. The question is this. The question is saying x plus y equal to 0. X plus y equal to 0. So we'll repeat it. Let x equal to minus 1, y equal to 1. That means we are taking this one. Okay. Now we'll put the value of x as minus 1 plus y is 1 equal to minus 1 plus 1 is 0. Yes, that means the first point is satisfying. Okay, it is satisfying the first point, or the point minus 1 point. Okay, now we'll see whether the second point is satisfying or not. 0 0. Okay, so it is given that x plus y equal to 0 implies we'll take this point. Now let x equal to 0, y equal to 0 implies 0 plus 0 equal to 0. It is also satisfying the point by solution 0 0. Okay, now we'll move to the third one. 1 minus 1. Now let's see. X plus y equal to 0 implies let x equal to 1, y equal to minus 1. We are taking this point. Now 1 plus minus 1, which is equal to 0. Now it is also equal to our RHS, isn't it? So therefore you can see it is also satisfying satisfying our equation. Okay. Therefore we can say this x plus 2, x plus y equal to 0 equation is the equation for this graph. Okay. Now similarly, you please take triple I and IV. You test triple I and IV and check whether uh, they are also satisfying these points or not. Okay. Okay. Similarly, there is another question. Double I. Same type of figure is there. You please try. If you want, I can try. I would like to solve one for you. IV for this figure. Here the equation is x plus 2y equal to 6. Let you take the first point. Let x equal to minus 1, y equal to 3. So put the value of x as minus 1 and y as 3. So minus 1 plus 2 into 3 equal to minus 1 plus 2 into 3 is 6 equal to 5. So is it satisfying our equation? It was 6. Now we are getting the value 5. So the equation is not satisfying. Okay, or not holds good. Okay, so first equation is not satisfying. If one of the equation is not satisfying, then we will not move further. Okay. Now if this equation is not satisfying this point, then you please try this point double I, so triple I, double I and I. Okay, and check whether any of these equation is satisfying or not. Okay, I'll do it for you. Check it. Y equal to x plus 2. You check one of the point. Minus 1, 3. Here x equal to minus 1, y equal to 3. So 3 equal to x, x is your minus 1 na? Minus 1 plus 2 implies that 3 equal to minus 1 plus 2 is 1. 3 equal to 2 is the wrong concept, so equation is not valid or satisfying. Similarly, you try it. Y equal to x minus 2, y equal to x minus 2. Here you first try this point. Here x equal to minus 1, y equal to 3. So y equal to 3 means 3 equal to x minus 1. Value of x is minus 1. Now minus 2 equal to minus 1 minus 2 is minus 3. So it is also not satisfying. 3 equal to minus 3. This equation is also not satisfied. Now you try this equation. So y equal to minus x plus 2 implies, now you take here x equal to, take this point, minus 1, y equal to 3. So 3 equal to, put the value of x is minus 1 here, minus minus 1 plus 2 implies 3 equal to minus 1 minus 1, 1 plus 2 equal to 2 plus 1, 3. So here it is satisfying, but we are checking that this point is satisfying. We have to check whether this point and these points are satisfying or not. So after satisfying one point, you go through, you continue. Okay, so again we have to see this equation. We are trying y equal to minus x plus 2. Here we will take another point. Here x equal to 0, y equal to 2 implies 2 equal to, in place of x you write 0, 0 plus 2 plus 2 equal to 2. Sorry, 2. Here the equation is also satisfied. Now move to the third point. 2, 0. Again here x equal to 2, sorry, x equal to 2, y equal to 0. Now y equal to minus x plus 2, this was the equation, implies in place of y you put 0, 0 equal to x equal to, it is saying 2, that means minus, minus was there in the before there was minus, so x value is 2, so minus 2 plus 2 implies 0 equal to 0. So for all the 3 points this equation is satisfying. Okay, therefore we can say triple I is the answer. But in some cases, for suppose for this double I, one of the point may satisfy. Okay, this point may satisfy the equation, but other points are not satisfying. That means if one of the point is not satisfying, the equation is not, will not satisfy. Okay. Okay. Now we will move to another question. Question number 6, 7, 8. Okay, 3 questions more. Okay, this is a long question. I will not discuss it. 6. Okay. Now, question number 6. If the work done by a body on application of constant force is directly proportional to the distance traveled by the body. Okay, very nice. It's a science-based question. I hope you have studied in your science class. If the work done by a body on application of a constant force, the work done by a body on application of a constant force. Huh? The force is constant here, remember it. It's directly proportional. So you know the proportionality, directly proportional, inversely proportional in the previous classes, in the previous years, class 8 also. So directly proportional to the distance traveled. Okay, distance travel के साथ directly proportional है कौन? Work done. Okay, so two variables are here. First one is work done, second variable is distance covered, and the constant is force. Okay, so three things we have already identified. Two variables are there and one constant. Okay, this is what we needed out, isn't it? Now express this in the form of equation in two variables. वेरिएबल तो है हमारे पास, जैसे कि वर्क डन एंड distance traveled, and draw the graph of the same by taking constant force as 5 unit. Here also constant f, suppose f equal to 5. So constant is given to us as 5 unit. Okay. Also read from the graph the work done when the distance traveled by the body is 2 unit or 0 unit. Okay. First we will solve, then we will move to this. Well, so let's start. Okay, so we had two variables. The first variable was so suppose distance. So let the distance traveled by the body is x, and work done by the body is y. So we have two variables x and y, and the work done by the body is directly proportional to distance traveled. It is given here directly proportional to the distance traveled. Okay. So therefore, according to the question, y is directly proportional to x. It is given to us. Now, and the force applied is constant. So therefore, y will be equal to x into 5, or 5 into x you can write, as 5 is the constant force here. Okay. So we got the equation now. Y equal to 5x. This is our equation. Okay. Now we will write. Try to solve the question. So first let's see 2 units and 0 units. So when x is 2, distance travel. Okay, the question is in distance travel by the body is 2 units and 0 units. So first one, when distance is 2 units, our equation was this: y equal to 5x. So first case, y x equal to 0, it is saying, implies y equal to 5 into 2 implies y equal to 10 unit. It is given that x equal to 2 unit. In the second case, x equal to 0 unit. So if you are right, if x equal to 0 implies equation is y equal to 5x, implies y equal to 5 into 0 implies y equal to 0. 5 into 0 is 0. So when x equal to 0, y is also equal to 0. So we got 2 points here: x equal to 0, y equal to 0, and another point is x equal to 2, y equal to 10. Here we got it: x equal to 2, y equal to 10. Now we have got 2 points. We can plot the graph now. Okay. Plot the graph. We have already discussed how to plot a graph. Again, we will repeat it. So first, draw your x-axis or draw your y-axis. This is your origin. Okay. 0, 0. Now divide these points like divide the x-axis. Do 1, 2, 3, 4 like this. Here also you divide them. Okay. As per your तुम्हारे सुविधा के हिसाब से तुम इसको डिवाइड कर लो. जैसे कि 1 यूनिट इक्वल टू, से सपोज यू कैन गिव 1 सेंटीमीटर, 1 यूनिट you can divide it as 1 unit or 2 unit, 3 unit, or make it as 2 or two like 2, you can divide it as 2, 1 unit equal to 2. Here what is the ये? The only unit. So here one slot you can give one slot as 2 unit, 2 unit, 2 unit each. Okay. So you do it as per your convenience. So where point was 2 0 and 0 0. So first 0 0 is very easy to identify. That is the origin. And 2 0 x is 2. So x will be here x1, x2, x equal to 2, y equal to unit 10. 10 means we have divided it as 2 2. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 like this. So 2 10 is x is 2 here, y is 2 4 6 8 10 this one. 2 10. So we got a linear graph and join these 2 points, we will get a graph. So this is your answer. Now we'll move to another question. So 2 more questions now. Okay, let's see. Yamini and Fatima, two students of class IX of a school, together contributed 100 rupees towards Prime Minister's Relief Fund to help the earthquake victims. Okay, very nice thing. So two friends are there, Yamini and Fatima. They have distributed, they have contributed. They are also of class IX, Kumara class I of your school. Together contributed rupees 100. They together have contributed 100 rupees, but we don't know whether how much rupees each of them has contributed. Like Yamini contributed how much rupees we don't know. Fatima has contributed how much rupees, that also we don't know. But together they have contributed 100 rupees. Okay. Now write a linear equation which satisfies the data. Okay, it is very easy to plot a graph like this. So let's Yamini is has contributed X rupees. Let Yamini's donation is X rupees and Fatima's donation be Y rupees. Now you are open to give any point, any number. Okay, but the equation will be X plus Y equal to 100. Here you can see if X equal to 0, X plus Y equal to 100. If X equal to 0, then Y equal to what? You put the value of X here. Then Y will, okay, you can just, then in order to get the value of Y, we have to, uh, so then X plus Y equal to 100 implies, you put the value of X here, 0 plus Y equal to 100 implies Y 100, implies Y equal to 100. So when X equal to 0, Y equal to 100, we got 1 point, 0, 100. Again, say if suppose you can say if X equal to 50, find the value of Y. X plus Y equal to 100. Now value, put the value of X is 50. So 50 plus Y equal to 100 implies Y equal to 100 minus 50 implies Y equal to how much? 100 minus 50 is 50. So another point is here 50 50. Okay. So 2 points 0 100 and 50 50. Well, we have got the points. Now it's time to plot a graph. So remember the points, 0 100 and 50 50. Now same story. Same story. And draw your x-axis, draw your y-axis. Okay. Then they make the crossing intersecting point as 0 0. Now you can see highest number is 100. So you can divide them as 10 10. Here it is divided by 50, but you it is advised you to divide each segment as 10. Okay. So 10, 20, 30, 40 like this. Here I have divided as 50. This will be 100. Here same 50, 100. But please divide it with 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 like this. Okay, so that the graph will be more representative. Okay, now our points are 0, 100. So let's x equal to 0, y equal to 50, 50, 100. This point 0, 100. This is one of the point. Another point is 50, 50. Where is x? X 50, y 50. This point 50, 50. Another point here we have discussed, found x equal to 100, y equal to 0. So x 100 is here, y equal to 0. So 100, 0. For y axis it is 0 na. So now put your scale and draw the linear graph. Now we will move to the last question. Question number 8. It is an interesting question. ओके, थोड़ा लंबा हो गया क्लास. ओके, नो इशू, जल्दी खत्म करेंगे. So in countries like USA, Canada, temperature is measured in Fahrenheit. Okay, I think you have heard about Fahrenheit. Normally we in India we measure our temperature in degree Celsius. Degree Celsius. Okay, but in countries like USA and Canada, they measure it in Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit. So Fahrenheit. Whether in countries like India it is measured in Celsius. Okay, here is a similar equation that converts Fahrenheit to degree. Okay, so there is an equation. This equation converts Fahrenheit to degree Celsius. So what is the equation? Equation is this: F equal to 9 by 5 into C plus 32. Okay, we got the equation. Now there are some questions. We'll solve one by one. Draw the graph of the linear equation above using Celsius for x-axis and Fahrenheit for y-axis. So first thing, draw a graph for the linear equation above using Celsius. So first we have to draw the graph. Okay, we'll move to that in the later section. First, let's come to question number 8. If the Fahrenheit is 30 degrees Celsius, what is the temperature in? If the temperature is 30 degrees Celsius, what is the temperature in Fahrenheit? That means C is here. In this case, C is 30 degrees Celsius. We have to find the Fahrenheit. Now we'll solve it. Here F is equal to. I'm not writing it again. The equation is here. Implies we have C equal to 30. We have C equal to 30. Now we'll put the value of C is here. C at here. So F equal to 9 by 5 into 30 plus 32 implies F equal to, you cancel 5 and 30 will be 6. So F equal to 9 into 6, that is your 54 plus 32, which is equal to 86. Okay, so degree Fahrenheit. So 40 degrees Celsius is equal to 86 degree Fahrenheit. In this way, we can find the answer for double I. If the yes, then okay, it is a point for you also. Here, if C equal to 40, F equal to 86. Yes. Okay, remember it. Now again in question number IB, if the temperature is 0 degrees Celsius, what is the temperature in Fahrenheit? And if the temperature is 0 degree Fahrenheit, what is the temperature in Celsius? Okay, let's move to the solution section. Okay, triple I question is there. If the temperature is 95 degree Fahrenheit, find the temperature in Celsius. Okay, it is same as I have solved in the part in double I. Double I is same as triple I. Okay, you try to do it by yourself. Okay, we have put the value of C as 30. In triple I, you put the value of F as 95. Okay, then you can get the value of C. Now we will move to the question IP. Again read the question. Temperature is 0 degree Celsius. What is the temperature in Fahrenheit? If the temperature is 0 degree Fahrenheit, what is the temperature in Celsius. Okay, we will do it here. So if F equal to 0, F equal to 0, then 0 equal to 9 by 5 into C plus 32 implies 0 equal to, here you multiply it, 9C by 5 plus 32. Okay, now now implies you put keep 9C here and transpose 32 to LHS. Now 9C by 5 equal to minus 32 implies C equal to minus 32 into 5 by 9. Now you multiply it and the number will be in decimal. Okay, whatever is the number, that is your answer. C is that much. Okay, you find it, please find it by calculating. Okay, I have found it. I will show you the answer. Size, na? So here it is. So F equal to 0, then after calculation you will get 17.7777, that is 17.8 degree Celsius. Similarly, when C equal to 0, F will be equal to C equal to 0, we will write the, when C equal to 0, F equal to 9 by 5 into C plus 32, then imply that F equal to 9, in place of C you put 0, okay na? Then the complete value will be equal to 0, so F will be equal to 0 into something equal to 0 na, so F will be equal to 32 degree Fahrenheit. So F equal to 32. That means when C equal to 0 degree, F will be equal to 32 degree. Okay. So 0 degree Celsius is equal to 32 degree Fahrenheit. Okay. V, what is, let's see what the question V is saying. Is there a temperature which is numerically the same in both Fahrenheit and Celsius? If yes, find it. So is there a temperature in which C and F are same? Okay, it's a very nice question, very interesting question. So is there a temperature in which Celsius and Fahrenheit are same? That means F will be equal to C. If F is equal to C, then in place of F you can write C, or in place of C you can write F. Isn't it? If F equal to C, then what you can write? In this place you can write F na? Or if you did not do like that way, in this place you can write C. Okay, let's solve it. We will check for what degree Celsius, the degree Celsius and degree Fahrenheit are same. Okay, we solve it here. When F equal to C, if F equal to C, then what was the formula? The formula was F equal to 9 by 5 into C plus 32. This was the formula. Implies if F equal to C, in place of F we can write C. C equal to 9 by 5 C plus 32 implies we will bring this 9 by 5 6 to LHS, to C minus 9 by 5 C equal to 32 implies, now C will be common, 1 minus 9 by 5 equal to 32. Now calculate 1 minus 9 by 5 will be 9 minus okay, it will be 4 by 5 minus 4 by 5. Okay, implies minus 4 by 5, we calculate it, it will be minus 4 by 5. Minus 4 by 5 C will be equal to 32 implies C equal to 32 into minus 5 by 4 implies C equal to, we have transposed this as it is multiplied, we have transposed this to RHS here. Now C equal to 32, it will be cancelled. 8 8 into minus 5 minus 40. So implies C equal to minus 40 degree. Okay, so what we got? C equal to minus 40 degrees Celsius. That means C equal to minus 40 degrees Celsius. What we had assumed? F equal to C. F equal to C. Therefore, if C equal to minus 40 degrees Celsius, F equal to minus 40 degree Celsius. So the conclusion is at minus 40 degrees Celsius, the Fahrenheit and the Celsius temperature, Celsius thermometer. Okay, thermometer, you know, will show the equal reading, minus 40 degrees Celsius, minus 40 degree Fahrenheit. So both are same. Okay, can you assume that where at minus 40 degrees Celsius, what type of temperature it will be? Normally in the cold days, or temperature is, so suppose 7 degrees Celsius to 8 degrees Celsius, like this it remains. But at minus 40 degrees Celsius, it will be icy cold. No, it will be colder than ice. Okay. Okay, now we'll move to the graph section. Graph section. Yes. So the question was, I draw the graph of the linear equation above using Celsius for x-axis and Fahrenheit for y-axis. So let's write the equation here first. The equation was F equal to 9 by 5 C plus 32. So we'll solve the equation. Let C equal to 0. Okay. Taking C equal to 0, we found F equal to 32. Okay. Now taking C equal to minus 10, we found F equal to 40. Okay. Would find these points by calculation. Okay. Otherwise, you can put the values that we have already found in question number II, in this question, III, IV, etc. Okay. So here if C equal to 0, so we have to plot these 2 points, 0, 32 and minus 10, 14. These 2 points we have to plot in this graph. So in the question it is also told that for x-axis we can take Celsius as x-axis, Fahrenheit for y-axis. So so this is your x-axis. So this will be Celsius, x-axis equal to Celsius, and this is your Fahrenheit. Okay. Now C equal to 0, F equal to 32. So x-axis, x equal to 0, x equal to 0, y equal to 32. Now 0, 32 we have to find the point 0, 32. So x equal to 0 is here, 32 x. So here we have divided these points as 5s. Okay, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, like this. So 0, 32 have to plot. 0, x is 0 here, 32 is here. So this point is 0, 32 point. Now another point, minus 10, 14. So we have drawn this graph. Okay. So this is the y-axis, and towards left of the y-axis, x-axis is negative. Now minus 10. So 1 point. So this is your 10. Sorry, this is your 5. This is your 10. Sorry, minus 5, minus 10, minus 5, minus 10, minus 15, minus 20, like this. Now minus 10 and we'll erase all these things. Okay. Now we have to find the point minus 10 and 14. So you can see minus 5, minus 10. So here minus 10 and 14. 14 is will be towards here. So 5, 10 is there 15. This point will be 14. So minus 10 and 14. Okay. So this is your minus 10 14. Now we have got 2 points, this point and this point. Put your scale and please join them. Okay, now so we have completed your exercise 4.3. now please do it in your exercise copy and send it in the group. Okay, so thank you for now. Okay.